Hey guys, Lieutenant Curious here today. I am here with Season 3, Episode 13 of the Serenno Mini MOC series. Now, to get you guys caught up real quick, in the last episode, which was a slideshow, Episode 12, it was called The Arrival, I'm not sure what I titled it. Basically, the group had arrived finally at the MOCton Rebel headquarters at the gate, which was a wooden wall. That's what the MOCton Rebels have as a defense against the Gidan terrorists, which happened to follow the group to the town that is currently being protected. And what happened is Prakor Bliunden, which is the Verk terrorist, and Braz Chowkrat decided to jump over and follow the group into the town, and they ended up getting captured by the MOCton Rebel headquarters. But on the other hand, we have some bad news, which is Sergeant Rash was captured by none other than Dridge Hogney, another Gidan terrorist. But how Dridge did this is he used his chain, which is his actually main weapon, which is a melee weapon, and he used it to basically choke Sergeant Rash and pull him backwards, and ended up taking him hostage. And at that point, Commander Trantos could not do anything about that, as you saw in the slideshow. So, as you can see, right here is once again another introduction to another Gidan terrorist, who is a Mirialan. So yeah, you guys can see some really nice terrain that I will definitely get into, but before I do that, let's get into that awesome overhead shot. Alright, so as you guys can see, this mini-MOC or episode of the Serenno mini-MOC series is once again on a 32 by 32 studded base plate, which is a green base plate. And you can see that right up here, which is the feature, what I like to call the feature of the mini-MOC, is a platform that has a communications tower with a communications disc that is used to communicate to other clone battalions on the planet of Serenno. And this is a 41st communications tower or platform that these two clone troopers from the 41st Elite have been occupying. Now, basically what is happening is not only do the terrorists have Sergeant Rash, who you can already see, as a hostage, they are also trying to find supplies so they can end up gathering other terrorists to attack the MOCton Rebel headquarters that now has the group inside for more help. So as you can see, we have to go into the terrain, you can see there is a really cool riverbed in here, which is a swampy river. And you can see over here is a pretty skinny rock structure, and we also have a rock structure over on this side as well. And then we also have a lot of patches of bamboo, of the 3-leaved bamboo pieces, which I don't usually do, but I thought I would do that in this Serenno because I like to spice up the Serenno terrain quite a bit, and I do like seeing that from other LEGO builders. So let's start off by getting into that really cool riverbed that I thought turned out very, very cool. Alright guys, so as you can see, on the left side of the riverbed, you can see it's more of a plated surface with some medium dark flesh, which I really, really love it used in this instance. And I also used a bunch of dark tan and used a lot of detailing in 1x2 and 1x1 plates. And by the way, the medium dark flesh is in 2x2 plates because they do not come in 1x2 plates in large amounts. So you can see over here on the left side of the riverbed we have a lot of thick vegetation with these bamboo leaves, or whatever you would like to call them. And what I like to do with these, because I think it looks a lot more realistic is that I put the stem grass on top of them because I don't like seeing the little hole on the top. It just kind of bothers me, and it doesn't look as realistic. So I like to add the stem grass on top. And right here we actually got we have a new piece that I got recently in a Bricklink order, which is the bright green plant stems, which I actually use those as well as the olive green plant stems that you see down there. And then over here you can see that there are some mushrooms and other fungal aspects, and then more vegetation down over here. And then on the right side you can see, instead of this plated, like slowly elevated surface, you can see that it is actually using 1x2x1 slopes in dark bluish gray and dark tan all the way along. And I really like how this swampy river turned out. Let me know what you thought of many aspects of the mini MOC, like this riverbed. It really helps me know what you guys think of it and what I should improve or change. So now to actually move it around here real quick, you can see that over here we have the same type of detail. Right here is, I'd like to point out, a really cool color combination, not in plates, but I actually got in, these are actually two new types of pieces that I got in the Bricklink order, which are dark brown cheese slopes, and you guys know how I love the color dark brown, with some bright green plant stems on there as well. And I just really like how those two colors look together for some odd reason. And as we get over here, there is Dwanvik Thenel. Basically what he is at this point is a cyborg Umbaran, because he was burned by getting shot. His flamethrower pack was shot by none other than Commander Trantos. So he is very scarred up with burn scars and such. So he has a lot, and he also has a breathing mask, which is actually the same breathing mask that Cad Bane uses. And you can see right over here is the same type of thick vegetation, and we also have a base color of reddish brown over here, just because it's a little more muddy, which is why I like to add reddish brown down below. And now we're back to where we started at the beginning of the video. Right over here we have this Mirialan terrorist, which is actually a new character. Her name is Thilika Wakir. Like a lot of the terrorists and a lot of the characters, very weird name. But what she is doing here is basically the two 41st Elite obviously are enemies of the Gidan terrorists, so she is taking this clone trooper out and he is begging for mercy. So now let's get into the upper level of this rock structure and the platform. Alright, so I will make this part of the video a little bit more brief just because I know it has been going pretty long so far. So as you can see, there is some olive green over here on the top of this rock structure, as well as some dark green. And then we have some olive green stem grass in a patch. And as I turn it over here, you can see Dridge Hogney right there, and a 41st Elite, sorry for the camera shakiness there, 41st Elite clone trooper that was shot and is hanging off the side of the rock structure there. And as we get a nice look here, there is Dridge Hogney, who is actually using his chains as a melee weapon against Sergeant Rash, who looks very weak. I'll get a better camera angle in a second. And he is actually using those chains to whip Sergeant Rash, which is very brutal. But they are terrorists, so that's the kind of thing that they do to intimidate and get certain information. So you can see there is Sergeant Rash hurting quite a bit. Now to get over here, you can see that this platform, I basically just added some simple details and used slopes in 75 degree slopes to basically make it go in and out, so it's not just a flat rectangle. And as we get over here to this simple cell tower or communications tower, you got some nice detail there, and then here is the disc that just has a simple antennae. So yeah, that's about it for this mini MOC. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for episode 14 next week at the same time. on Wednesday. So yeah, that's about it for this mini mock. Now I will get to letting you guys go. Alright guys, that's about it for this mini mock. I did forget to mention that this rock structure over here, which is quite small, has just olive green 1x2 plates on top of it as like a moss texture, which I really like how that turned out. I will actually show you that real quick. But back to the outro. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini mock. Be sure to check out my Instagram for daily behind the scenes updates on all of my builds. I am very satisfied with how my Instagram is turning out. I am at this point, probably when this video comes out, over 1,000 followers, which is really awesome. So I greatly appreciate that. But if you would like to leave a like on the video to help me out and subscribe for some more awesome LEGO Star Wars content if you haven't yet, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching guys, and I will see you next time.